All right, are you ready, Miss Tila?
Yeah.
All right. So for the first part, we will have the same activity to have in the speaking simulation for the IELTS test. And the first one, of course, we will have introduction and interview, and it will be about 4 to 5 minutes to have some of the questions here. And the first, I'm gonna ask you about your full name. What is your full name?
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Afif. My full name is Adila Rahmah.
Okay, so what should I call you?
You can call me Dila.
All right. Can you tell me where you are from?
I'm from Kebumen. Kebumen is the south city in Java Island.
Mhm. Okay, so may I see your identification, please?
Here, Mr.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so in this first part, I would like to ask you some question. And the first, let's talk about email. Do you prefer to email, phone, or text your friends? And can you give me the reason?
From the three choices, I choose to text my friends because first, I think everyone has their um, busy business, and I I want to respect their time, so I'm not going to direct call direct call or video call, but but I don't want to send an email too because email is too long for the simple message to my friends, and I think texting my friends is so easier things that I can do between three choices.
All right. And do you reply email and message as soon as you receive them? Why and why not?
First, when I receive an emails, I will I will reply not as soon as possible because send an email is a little bit hassle. But when I get a message, I will reply as soon as possible because the message is really simple things people nowadays use, and reply as soon as possible is a form of respect other people.
Okay. And are you happy to receive emails that are advertising things? Like sometime we got the email on our platform. We got some of the advertising, maybe clothing, or when we got some of the message, we get some of the top up advertising. What do you think about this? Are you happy to receive email that are advertising things?
It depends on goods I received on the advertising. Like maybe I got a spam advertising from the goods that I don't really like and I don't have interest with. I don't feel happy about it. But when I get a advertising about the goods that I really interest and I like about it, I really feel happy.
Okay. And now let's move to another topic, and we are gonna talk about language. How many languages can you speak? Why or why not?
So far, I can speak four language, but to others, I'm not really expert, so I just know it a little bit. But in English, maybe I'm a mid student to study English now.
Okay. And how useful will English be to you in your future?
I think in my future, English is so useful because it has related to my major in the university. I have a research to my major
Mm,
because the major has so much books and a search that from an English. So
okay.
English language is so important to me.
Okay. And what do you remember about learning languages at school? We have learned language since we were at elementary to university, and we have done several ways how to learn English at the school.
Just English or any other language at school.
Yes, some of languages we have ever learned it before at the school in general context.
Actually, I have learned English from my first grade of elementary school, and especially from the third grade. My mom gets me into the course of English, and from elementary school, I really liked English because I see the language of English. It's so fun, and I excited about I always excited to learn English language. But in my high school, in my junior high school, I start to learn Arabic, and
Mm,
now in high school, I start to learn Japan.
mm,
And Japan language it's so really hard, and I don't really like it, but
mm.
I still on process to receive it to my mind.
Okay. So, what do you think would be the hardest language for you to learn?
Actually, there are two language that's really hard from for me. First, it's Japanese, and second, it's an Arabic. But Arabic is more easier than Japanese because Arabic it's my religion language. So a little bit I know it from the child, but Japanese I don't know about it before, and I have a culture shock about
Mm,
studying Japanese.
okay. All right. Thank you very much. That is our first part. And now we are going to move to the next part. And we are now in the part two. I'm gonna give you some of the topic in this clue card, and of course you will have a minute to prepare. Then you will have around 2 or 3 minutes to talk about the topic I'm gonna give to you. And this is about your topic. You can take a look for the screen, and you can maybe take a notes first to rearrange of your words how to describe something on the topic on the screen. So the topic is about a website that you bought something from. Like maybe we have already know that in Indonesia, shopping is kind of common activity that the people do, and now we can do easily by online using some of the platform, and perhaps you have some of the experience going to the website and put something there, then you can talk about it.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Are you ready? Okay, now you can describe a website that you bought something from.
First, the website is Shopee. People nowadays in Indonesia usually use these apps, and everyone start to buy anything online with these apps. And I use these apps from like 2018, and at the first I just used these apps to buy some stationery that there's not available in Kebumen. But in a year of the year, I grow up and I use these apps to buy anything so that's that there are not available in Kebumen, like skincare or makeups. and and I have bought a piano from these apps, the fun fact. And I really like these apps, but sometimes these apps give me sad uh, give me bad things. Like first, I have an experience. I have a bad experience with this app. Like the goods that I bought from this from Shopee, it's not really like, yeah, really not a real picture from the picture that they have uploaded to sell. But until now, I still like these apps because the bad impact it's not really big for me, and these apps still give me um more access.
Okay, have you finished for describing the website?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, actually, I like buying some of the stuff on Shopee, but I was got some bad experience when I booked some of the electronic product, especially. And the last time I booked a projector, the mini projector, and I just used it for maybe around 2 months, and it was get broken. It cannot turn on for the lamp, and it just stand there. And I tried to contact some of the seller there to change with the new one, and finally I got the warranty to change with the new product. Then I changed, I sent to the seller back, then I got and received the stuff, the projector, and I start to use again for maybe 2 months. It's got broken until now, and I tried to contact the Shopee, but there is no any follow up because it's already around 4 months. Yeah, so I think I need to think again if I want to buy some of the electronic product, especially online. Okay, and the next we move to the part three in this. This is the last part, and we are gonna have a discussion about the topic we have discussed before. And the first, we are gonna discuss about shopping online. So the first, what kind of things do people in your country often buy from online shops?
No, I should answer now, or I can take a notes first.
We will have a discussion, so you can answer immediately because this is some of the discussion about what we have discussed before about something website. So now we are going to have a discussion, and you can answer my question directly. So I will repeat the question. The question number one, what kinds of things do people in your country often buy from online shops?
Okay, I will answer the question. So, in my opinion, people in my country buy from online shops. Often they buy some skincare products and makeup, but makeup for girl maybe, but skincare is for all people because Indonesia has a little bit product of skincare that Indonesia can produce by themselves. So people in Indonesia often buy skincare product from other country that will give more function. Uh, Maybe they think about the function of the product, the quality. It's more useful, it's more high quality than Indonesian product.
Okay. And what do you think online shopping has become so popular nowadays?
First, maybe because of COVID that we have experienced in 2020 until 2021. Now, all people all around the world has experienced that COVID things. The example is people no longer go out on offline shops to buy something because in that time governments tell people to always stay at home, so they start to buy anything online from that year until now.
Okay. And what are some possible disadvantages of buying things from online shop?
First, you can see the product by your eyes in front of your eyes, so you can just see a review or just saw a picture that they are uploading in their website, and maybe the goods, it's not really real picture from the picture that they have uploading in social media.
Okay. Yes. And the next, we move to the culture of consumerism. So the first question is, why too many people today keep buying things which they don't need?
Because the things is really cute maybe in the girls view, on maybe when in a man's view the things it's so cool to buy, but they don't really need that things. I think the tampilan apa ya?
Display.
Oh yeah, I think the display of a things it's so much affecting to people to buy the things.
Okay. And the next question is, do you believe the benefit of a consumer society outweighs the disadvantage?
Outweigh.
Outweighs is like disagree. Do you believe that the benefit of consumer society outweigh the disadvantage? It's mean that apakah apakah Anda percaya bahwasanya keuntungan itu akan lebih bisa didapatkan dari uh, consumer society daripada ketidakuntungannya, daripada kerugiannya.
About
For
uh,
example, in Kebumen, some of the people They like buying something for frequent time. They like to buy food. They like to buy clothes. And do you think that this kind of activity can be more benefit than the disadvantage? Because the people, they can spend more money. Of course, it can grow up the economic activity in the town, and of course it will can give some of the job opportunity as well for some of the store to hire some of the worker, because the consumer society is the activity that people more frequent to buy something. So in this question means that, is there more benefit than unbenefit if in the consumer society area?
I think more disadvantages because when people being a consumerism, they don't live a frugal, like they don't think about their future, or maybe when they are a conglomerates or rich people, they don't they don't need about this, but for um for a people that live in society, it's really disadvantageous kelakuan. Uh, Kelakuan apa ya, sir?
Behavior.
Yes, disadvantages of this consumerism behavior.
Okay. And how possible is it to avoid the culture of consumerism? I think in Indonesia, especially in Kebumen, we know that Kebumen is a very small town and not many people can afford some of the valuable thing. They can just buy something if they need, or it's because in the special moment, like maybe in the celebration, big celebration, birthday, but not in every month they need to spend some of the money to buy something they don't need. So, how the possible? What is the some of the way we can use to avoid the culture of the consumerism?
I think the way to avoid the consumerism is you have to live in a villages city like Wonosobo or Magelang. It sounds like that city.
It's like in the countryside.
Yeah, and you when you live in the village, you just live in your peace and don't see another people that maybe higher than you, and you don't have to feel insecure, so you are being a consumerism people. And I think live in the villages is so quiet, but not really, but it's avoid a consumerism.
Okay, so what do you think if we take a look for our city, Kebumen, about the culture of consumerism? How high the culture in Kebumen, the people buy something for their monthly or for just have fun to buy something. When we compare with other big city like maybe Jakarta or maybe Purwokerto, what do you think about the people in Kebumen for buying something?
Of course, people in Kebumen has their lower capacity of consumerism between a big city like Yogyakarta, because first Kebumen it's small city, and when it's small there is no other like big brand lives here, so people should have ever to go out of town to buy that. And yeah, I think the effect of a small city, it's really avoid consumerism. So people in Kebumen that maybe in the level of rich. They have effort to go out of town to buy some expensive things, but people in the usual ways doesn't have effort to go out of town, so they consumerism it's not in high level.
Okay. So the last question, I want to have a question about the consumerism. As a student, uh, maybe you have some of the way to maybe avoid or to prevent of the over consumerism because you are still in high school, and I think there are so many things you need except you are being like housewife or already working at the office or some of the places. As a student, how can you avoid of the consumerism? Because you know that in your school maybe there are some of the people that coming from the different background, from the rich family, from the middle family. So how you can prevent from the over consumerism?
First, little things that I do for avoid the culture of consumerism is taking foods from home to my lunch at school, and maybe I don't really make a friends with a people that really has a high level of reach from me, and just also from them, and not to um terpengaruh.
Sorry,
Terpengaruh apa ya, Sir?
influence.
Yes, and I protect myself to not influenced by them, and my principle is the expense little should little by the income. So when I get my money from my parents, I go to my savings and my investment first, and and my sisanya
Yes,
sisanya apa ya, Zul?
the rest,
Hmm?
the rest, the
Rest.
rest of
Oh,
rest, 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 the rest.
and the rest of my money that I use.
Yes.
Like my money, I go to saving and investment first, and then I and then aku, aku baru memakainya.
Okay. You just use it.
Yeah, and I just use it
Okay.
for yeah after I do my saving and my investment.
Mm, okay. All right, so Miss Tila. So actually, I will have a class again after this class. So I think we are gonna continue for our class for the next meeting.
Yes,
And for our class tonight, I think when you study online or study offline, it will be a little bit different because you use technology, you use some of your mobile phone, not directly in the physical interaction. So maybe you need some of adaptation to speak in front of some of the screen. But so far, yeah, it's good. You just have some of the missing word when you talk about some of the spatial topic, but I think it's not really big problem. So I'm gonna share some of this recording into your email by link so you can review what kind of the word you just need to improve again.
yes,
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Dila, for coming to my class tonight. And before we close our class, let's close by praying together. Pray begin. Finish. Thank you very much and good night, Miss Tila.
good night, sir. Bye.
Okay, bye.